I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at these Focal Performance Series 3-way speakers, and let's open them up. It's not really an unboxing because anybody that's been here before has seen that these speakers have some pretty extensive testing. And but let's get a close look at how these things work. All right, we're going to start off with the 6.5-inch driver, and it's got some sort of a fiberglass woven cone on it, and it's nice. I like it. It's got kind of a carbon fiber look. One of the things about these speakers is these are Focals. They are not made in France, okay? These are made in China. They even say so right on them. So, you know, as far as the product line goes, these are on the upper end of their lower end stuff, okay? And as you can see here, baskets these are not cast aluminum or anything cool, fancy. These are plastic, okay? And if you've watched any of our other tests, the JLs had plastic baskets, the MB Quartz had plastic baskets. I don't necessarily have a problem with these plastic baskets. They're quite rigid and strong and heavy duty. So, you know, we got a ferrite magnet, we got standard terminals on it. You know, depth is a pretty standard depth on these things. We'll go over all the specs in just a minute, as well as a sound test on these things. So, and the 3-inch driver is really just a carbon copy of the 6.5. Same cone material, same dust cap. You know, again, it's made in China. Looks like it's got the same ferrite magnet, same terminals, everything on it. So, kind of a cool looking piece though. These things are neat. It is decent size. You know, mounting this thing, if you want to put it on the A pillar, could propose some problems. It's big, but big speaker, big sound. And then the tweeter is their aluminum inverted dome. So I don't know if you can see in there, but it's actually inverted. And I mean, it's a pretty standard looking tweeter. You know, it comes with leads attached to it. And the third piece of the puzzle that, I don't know, kind of the Achilles heel of a lot of these things, are the crossovers. So these crossovers aren't really necessarily all that fancy. It doesn't have all film capacitors in there. That's an electrolytic. That's a film. It does have some tweeter attenuation. It looks like we've got 3-way tweeter attention on it. I think we've got a 0, a -3, and a +3 kind of thing. And I think the 0 is the standard setting. So you don't actually gain any decibels with this thing. So it's got a 3 tweeter attenuation, but no attenuation for the mid-range driver. So one good thing about these speakers, we do get some mounting cups for these tweeters. I believe that these are the flush mount cups. The tweeters actually come out of this cup, and you can put them in this. And this is a surface mount, and it can also be different angles and different whatever. So that's kind of okay. That's not a bad deal. And they do come with grills for the woofers, as well as the mid-ranges. So that's pretty cool. So we've got some mounting gaskets and some mounting hardware. So they don't really sell you completely short on these speakers. So let's get these things all back hooked up and we'll see how they sound. All right, so we got these all hooked up to the test bench here, and we're running them with a 75 watts a channel Alpine V12 clean amp. So anyways, let's go over some more of the specs and whatnot. Story. These speakers can be had at like places like Crutchfield and whatnot. They're $579. Okay, we purchased these things on eBay for $319, and that was shipped. And they come from Germany. And here's where we bought them from. And you know, they didn't give them to us or sell them to us at a deal or anything like that. We bought these things, I don't know, close to 8 months ago, and they arrived quickly. So I mean, the price difference shipped is amazing, and that was like out the door $319. So anyways, so you know, like we said, 6.5 3-ways, ABS fiberglass baskets. So the RMS power rating on these things is rated at 2 to 80 watts, and you know, we've been running them with amps similar to this, 50 to 75 watts, and they seem to do really well. It has this frequency response set at, you know, stated as 55 to 20,000 hertz, and I would say that's a pretty fair, accurate, you know, range that these things actually do, and we'll play them full range for you too. So the sensitivity is 90 dB. I'm going to tell you, these are not super efficient sensitive speakers. Okay, these things you gotta turn them up, and we'll talk about that a little bit more after we play them and stuff like that. 4 ohms, 2 5/8, and again, these are made in China. These are not French made Focal speakers. So without further ado, all right, this is full range. This is not EQ.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
Here's a little EQ. Here's a little subwoofer. All right, this is full range, no subwoofer.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the station. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient. Hoping one day I blow up in the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. Out in this shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing. Sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that sound. Getting away and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll get my sound. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the news if it's some losing shit. It's stupid, man. They choose to live.
So what do you think? So I'm going to give you my opinion on this, and you know, after listening to probably 10 different sets of component speakers for hours, countless hours of stuff, I'm going to say that for $319, I think these are probably the best speakers that you might be able to get your hands on. Okay, eBay store and pick up one of your channel stickers. And you know, show off your support. How we rate these things, and so we're gonna start off here with build quality. You know, it had a nice cone on it. The plastic basket, while it was plastic, you know, that's a great place where if they can save money on it. So we gave it a 9 for the cone and 8 for the basket. The spider and everything seems nice and stiff and good. Crossover was it was okay. It was an 8. The grills look nice. The finish, and you know, that comes with some you know, multiple tweeter mounts and some hardware to mount these things, so that's kind of cool. So the build quality got an 8.6. The cost 9.5. You know what, if these can be had, and we'll put a link to where we got these from in the description, for $319 shipped. That's shipped out the door, taxes, duties, everything from Germany. Installation, these things were pretty straightforward. You know, they seem to hold true to the right sizes that 6.5s fit. So if you already have 6.5s, the holes are going to probably be all right. So we gave them a 9 on installation. Specifications, an 8.66. The 80 watts a channel RMS, pretty decent. They seem to hold up good. They don't distort. Sensitivity was a little low on these things. You got to really give them a little juice to make them respond. The frequency response on these, the low end, everything's pretty good. They're a little, maybe a little lacking in the maybe the 150 200 hertz range, but not much. You know, the EQ fixed that. They were good. Sound quality, imaging was excellent. The high frequencies, great. The mid-range, I still think that little 3-inch mid-range could be turned up a little bit louder. The low-end response was good for a component speaker. You remember, these things are going to get crossed over at probably, you know, 80 hertz or so. And with no EQ on these things, they sounded really good. So sound quality got an 8.8. So our overall score on these was an 8.9. So anyways, I want to know what you guys think. These are probably one of my favorite speakers, and again, when you factor in the price, you can't beat these things. So go out and get yourself a set, and I hope this was helpful. And again, remember, we're gonna that final test coming up here in probably another week or so. And thanks for watching. Catch you again.